So you want to know how to read and write and represent numbers up to 10 million. Well, one of the first ways we're going to show you using images, okay, is something that we call a place value grid. And we're going to show you very quickly now how to make a place value grid. So step one, the first thing you've got to do is obviously I can draw a place value grid. So what does a place value grid look like? Well, you might have seen plenty of them all over the place. And if you've come from using the toys or the manipulatives or the concrete objects, you already know what a place value grid looks like. So it should look something like this. So over here, we've got one line running across, like so. It's probably a good idea when you do this to actually use a ruler. All right, and over here, we're going to place one column going down this way, and another one going down this way, until you have something that looks a bit like this. So we've got different rows and different columns here. And in this first one, our smallest place value on our chart is going to be the ones. Then we know we've got the tens, the hundreds, thousands, the 10,000s, we've got the 100,000s, and we've got millions. Okay, and that's what our place value grid should look like. So, step two, I can draw the correct number of dots in each column. Here's the number that we're struggling to read. Alright, you might be struggling with it, in which case this place value grid is now really going to help. So the first thing we do, we're not going to start with the largest place value over here. We're going to start with the smallest place value on our grid, which is this number, which is this column here. And we can see that we've got 9 ones. So we're going to put 9 dots in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we've got 9 dots. Alright. In the next column over, we can see that we've got 1. So we're going to put 1 in here. So we've got 110. The next column, we've got 1 again. So we're going to put another 1 dot in here. And we'll keep going. And here you can see we have our finished place value grid. Alright, we've got 9 dots in the ones column, 1 dot in the tens, 1 dot in the hundreds, 7 in the thousands, 2 in the 10,000s, nothing in the 100,000s, and we've got 1 dot in the millions there. So step 3, I can use the place value grid to read or write the number. So we've drawn the place value grid, we've put the correct number of dots into or counters into our place value grid. Now what we're going to do is we're going to have a go using this to help us to read this number. Alright, so starting on the left, which is the largest place value, we're going to read this. So we know this says 1 million. So we have 1 million, no 100,000, so it's 1 million, and 2 10,000, so that's 20. So 1 million and 20. We've got 7,000 there, so we've got 1 million and 27,000. All right, 100. Now we've got 110 there and 9 ones, which makes that 19. So we've got 1 million and 27,119. So, using the place value grid is one way that we can show how to read and write numbers up to 10 million. Another way that we can do this is something called a stem and tree diagram, which some of you may or may not have seen before. So let's have a look at how to do this. So, step 1 for our stem and tree diagram is I can place the whole number in a bubble. So I'm going to put the bubble over here first, and inside that bubble I'm going to write the number that we're struggling to read. Okay, and I'm going to put this entire number inside a bubble like that. Step 2. I can draw a branch off for the largest place value. So we're going to draw a branch off of our bubble, like so. And the largest place value is obviously the number on the left. So it's this number here. So inside the next bubble, what we're going to do is we're going to put a 1. And we have to remember to include all these as placeholders. So we're going to put a 0 here as a placeholder. And we've got another one, and another one, put a little comma there, and we've got 3 more that we need. So we're going to put 3 more placeholders in, like so. And then we're going to wrap this up in a bubble. So the final part of this step should look a bit like this. Right, what do we do next? So step 3, I can draw more branches for each place value. So let's do the next one. So we can see we've got 1 million there. Now we have nothing there, so we're going to ignore that place value and move on to the next one. So here we've got a 2. All right, we have a number there, so we need a placeholder, comma, and 3 more. So we're going to put that into a bubble as well. All right, we'll do the same for numbers. So let's do the 7 next. So over 7, we've got 1, 2, 3 numbers there. So put 1, 2, 3 placeholders there. All right, and we're going to do the same for the next 3 numbers as well. All right, so as you can see, we've broken this very large number down into smaller chunks, which should help us to be able to read and understand the place value. So again, like the place value grid, we start off with the largest place value, which in this case is this number here. So we can now say we have 1,027,119. That is using a stem and tree diagram to help us to understand, read, and write the place value.